Sunday, April 3rd, 2022. Time for another fireside chat with Dizzy and noisy little puppy dog named Callie. Of course, with it being Sunday, I wanted to make the fire out here, and since I made the fire, the wind has really picked up. It's more like it's Wednesday. If anybody gets the reference to what that's from, let me know in the comments and I'll tell you whether or not you're right. This week has been crazy. The beginning of the week, it was a return to winter. I had to put the blankets back on the horses. They're shedding, and it was as cold out here as it was in like February. Plus we kept getting snow. Not enough to really stick or do anything, but still, there was snow. Hubby was not doing good this week. You can always tell to a point how well he's doing by whether or not I'm posting videos. Now I might post a short little video out here like I did on Monday because I was looking for spring, but if he's bad, I'm not getting much done. I still haven't been able to go out and visit my father. I should be able to go out on Tuesday. My daughter will be over, and I should have enough time to run over and see him for a little bit. Hubby had his doctor's appointment on Friday to get his iron treatment. Don't know if they did any testing then or not. If they did, they didn't tell me anything. I don't remember him saying that he had a test, but he wanted to go out to eat after that, even though he was feeling really bad. Our anniversary was the 19th. My birthday was Thursday. His birthday's today. So he wanted to go out and celebrate. And we get to the restaurant and he was just barely able to get through the meal. And in fact, he went out before I was done eating and just left me to pay the bill. I can't ever remember a time when he's done that before. We get on the main highway to get to our house, and wish that we'd gotten the traffic alert before we got on there. They were doing construction on that road. It took us, I'm not sure how many minutes to go 1 mile. The construction, they were going from 2 lanes to 1 lane, so of course everybody had to get into that 1 lane. Once we got past that, it was fine getting home, but as soon as we got home, he had to take pain pills. Wasn't able to get anything done on my garden this week. I'm hoping to work on it not too distant future. I want to have all of my early stuff in by the end of April. I've got a sweet potato I'm trying to get sprouting, and it started putting out some little roots, but I think it was too cold where I had it because it was in the basement, but it's by a sunny window, but it just, because it's been so cold, the basement's not staying warm. I actually had to go out this morning in the yard as we've got an ash tree down, and I got some of that cut up, and don't tell my husband this, but I also cut up some pine. He's under the impression that you shouldn't burn pine in the wood stove. And the thing is, if it's nice and dry, it's no worse than any other wood, and it catches quick, burns hot, and it's basically what I want at this time of year. So I've got more, so I'll be making a fire when I get back because I think I'm going to need it for tonight. Also need to get back working on the chicken pen because I haven't finished putting the wire down at the bottom to keep things out and from them scratching and whatnot in the pen itself. Looked out the window the other day and I noticed there's 2 chickens out. And I was able to figure out where they got out. So I've just been letting them out during the day because they're going to get out anyway. I want them to be able to get back in. One thing I did do this week, besides getting my field clean, I don't know if you can tell or not, my field is mowed. I've got a lot of weeds coming up of a certain kind, which I will be posting a video about in the not too distant future. A weed that's very hard to get rid of. It's toxic for horses. I have been doing some research onto what I can use to get rid of it. And unfortunately, the one thing that they say you can use is Roundup. I'm not a fan of Roundup. But I've got it coming up in my round pen as well. I might try it just in the round pen to see whether or not it actually works, because I can get that closed off from the horses fairly easily. And as I know I'm going to want the horses off for a while. One thing that they said that works really well, unfortunately, I can't get in New Jersey. So that's out, and that was selective herbicide as compared to non-selective. And I would have rather had the selective, but it is what it is. I have finally gotten to where I have chickens just in the pens the way they're supposed to be, and they're starting to get used to being where they belong. You know, I did move chickens around some, but they're starting to actually go in where they belong when I have them out. I was having to catch them and put them back in the pen where they belonged. They kept wanting to get into their old pens, so that's something. I am hoping that I'll be able to come out here this week and take apart Gidget's old pen. I'm going to be going from the post at the back of the row-out pen there all the way over, and I'm going to be planting some stuff in the pit. And I want it so that the chickens can't get to it. This will be stuff that will be all for them, things like tomatoes, watermelon, zucchini, anything that I can come up with that I have the seeds to help bring down the cost of my feed over the summer. Now, since I don't have all the chickens that I did have, and I'm collecting the feed every day, my feed bill has come down. Not exactly sure how much I'm using now, but it is less than I was, so that's a relief. I'm still not selling enough eggs. I am going to be taking team milk to the Callie's back up on my lap again. I'm just waiting for Stormy to finish eating. I've got to put out hay, collect feed for the night, toast a couple marshmallows. Don't know if I'm going to try to make a s'more or not. And hopefully I'll be talking at you next week.